Today we're gonna make Chick-fil-A nuggets, and the first thing you're gonna do is bite-size some chicken and let it sit in pickle juice for like an hour up to a day. So we've gotten our chicken that's been chilling in this pickle juice, and now we're going to start breading it, which you don't need panko or breadcrumbs. You can literally use the easiest breading in the world that has basically no carbs, and it is Parmesan cheese. So I've never done it this way. The version in my book, Carefree Keto, I use pork rind crumbs, which are great because the fat kind of absorbs into the chicken. But it's also very good with Parmesan. So we're gonna do it with Parmesan as the breading. And we're gonna see if it's like noticeably different. Because with pork rinds, it straight up tastes really good, like Chick-fil-A level good. So we will see how the Parmesan does. First thing we're gonna do is put probably like 10 of these. I'm not gonna make all of them. We're gonna put 10 of them into this bowl with egg wash. And we're just gonna coat them. Oh no, anyone else frozen? I hope you guys aren't frozen. I need that book. Hey, thank you, Nova. I hope you get it and I hope you love it. So now I'm just gonna set these aside, and we're just gonna get to work on breading these. And there's also another ingredient. I don't remember if I touched chicken with this hand. So what we do, we get these, we dump out our Parmesan on a plate. What book? Robin, my book, Carefree Keto, which you can kind of see behind me, has a ton of recipes and also just like guides on weight loss and doing diets, whether you're doing keto, trying to transition off of keto, want to just do low carb, take baby steps towards getting healthy. It has all of that stuff in there. So, all right, so the chicken is in the egg wash. We have a plate full of Parmesan, and now we are going to add our seasonings with a bonus ingredient. So the book is on sale, I think, for like $20 right now on Amazon. So at first I just had salt, actually no salt because Parmesan is salty. I just had pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. But I read that Chick-fil-A puts puts sweetener in their nugget seasoning. So we're gonna see. Can someone post the name of it? I don't know how to get his bio. All you do, go to Amazon and type in Carefree Keto. And that's where my book will show up. So I put some Truvia powdered sweetener in here. It is not regular sugar. It's made with like monk fruit and stuff. So, all right. Now we've mixed the seasonings and the Parmesan and a little bit of sweetener. So we start breading. Oh, and I already broke the rule of like dry hand, wet hand. But look how good it sticks. Like, it just sticks so good. Okay, so wet hand, dry hand. And the bottom part, I'm putting them into my air fryer, by the way. You don't even have to fry them in oil because the Parmesan is fatty enough. So the bottom part does kind of stick to your air fryer a little bit, and that's totally fine. I would just bread the top part more generously, like put some extra seasoning on the top part, or sorry, extra Parmesan on the top part, so that those will be more breaded. Because like the bottom will lose some of the Parmesan when you take them out. Okay. I can actually just put all of these here and take off this wet glove. All right, now I know not to use this hand because it doesn't have a glove on it. All right, here we go. We are just coating these. If you put foil down, it will stick. You could use parchment paper, but even then, it's not as, the bottom, instead of sticking, just gets kind of soggy. So there's really no way around it. If you wanted to deep fry them, the whole thing would stay like super crispy, but it doesn't bother me if 3 out of the 4 sides are super crispy and one side is kind of weird. All right. And what we're going to do now is just air fry these at 400 for about 10 minutes. That's my favorite thing about an air fryer. The amount of time it takes to cook chicken bites is so short that it just makes life 100 times easier. All right, here we go. 400 for 10 minutes. Now I can take this glove off, and we just wait. I'm actually gonna put this back into the fridge. You know, I think something good to do with these, I might put them on skewers. That might be a good idea. And I saw some chicken pickle juice splash on this little thing, so I'm gonna wipe it down as well. And for the people asking about the book, I will show you what it looks like. Do you know a Rob Wiggins? I don't believe so. Are we related? I'm excited to try this. Yay, you will love it, Lisa. Happy Thursday, Becky. My boyfriend thinks my recipes are brilliant. Thank you. Hey, you are welcome, Nicole. Yeah, I would rather the bottom stick a little bit than get soggy, so that's why I prefer not to just use the parchment liner when I air fry them. Thank you, Miss Prez. Has anyone ever commented on your voice tone? So honestly, a lot of people have a problem with my voice. I always get comments about that where people like say my voice is cringe, and you know, it doesn't bother me. I think that when you are a content creator and you make videos and you put them online for a bunch of people to see, it doesn't really, you shouldn't be affected by what people say, because if you are, then you probably are in the wrong, you probably have the wrong passion, you know? So if you feel like you're passionate about making videos, but you don't like when people say bad things about you, maybe you could find something else you're passionate about. And this is a very cool lesson that I learned in life. So if you guys didn't know this, I wanted to be a rapper from the time I was like 17 until I was 24, or 23, and I'm 27 now. And I was like very passionate about that. And then I had started doing keto when I was 20, and I started like making rap songs about keto, and I even started Keto Snacks at the time, which was this page. And at the beginning, I wasn't, hold on, I have to tell Hartley to go away. Go away, go away. We have a baby gate up for Sophia, and Harley's on the other side, and I needed to tell her to go away. But so I wasn't even that passionate about like Instagram or posting recipes and stuff. But as I started making more recipes and making easy snacks, and you kind of just have to make your own snacks unless you want to, especially when I started keto, there were like not a lot of options out there. So you had to make your own snacks. And then I became passionate about it as I got better at it. And that's something that a lot of people can benefit from, is like, instead of, if your passion is like painting or something, which it's not a lot of upside to that in life, like you can't really do much with that, and except for rare cases. But if that's your passion, you know, there might be something else you could try that you're not passionate about at the beginning, but as you improve at it, you'll become passionate about it because it starts to feel good to do it. Like when you're good at something, it just feels fun to do it. So if you don't feel like you have a passion yet in life, just get good at doing something and you'll probably become passionate about it. What was the setting and temperature with the air fryer? 400 for 10 minutes. You sound like John Ritter. Wonderful man just like you. Hey, thank you. I'm not sure who that is. I loved when you said a prayer holding your puppy. So, yeah, we used to get spiritual at the end. That was fun. Thank you, Anita. I'm a speech language pathologist. Your voice is great. Thank you, Kathy. How much does the book cost? Usually so the original cost of the book is $31, but Amazon puts it on sale all the time, and I think it's on sale right now. So it might be like $20 or $22. Sometimes it's $28. But very rarely will you go to Amazon and it's like $31. It's usually on sale, which is not controlled by me. If I could give you the book for $1, I would, but in order to make money selling books, especially if you don't have a publisher, even if you do have a publisher, it's very hard because the printing costs and you have pictures, and all of the pictures in my book are like one whole page. If I made them smaller, maybe I could make the book cheaper. But, yeah. I just discovered that adding pickles to tuna is the answer to life. Shout out to adding pickles to things, and I have added pickles to like tuna salad before. It is good. I like your voice, it's soothing. I'm getting a lot of people saying my voice is soothing. So to all the people who hate my voice, see, there's an equal amount of people who enjoy it. So that's why you can't get beat up whenever people say negative things about you. It's like, if you just listen to them, you'll be doing a disservice. Like if you're like a car mechanic and you do a good job, and a lot of people love when you work on their car, but one person leaves a terrible review, and you let that one bad review get you down, you stop serving all the other people who find your work to be helpful and enjoy it. So it's very important that I don't let the negative comments get me down. Which brand of air fryer do you use? I use the Ninja Max XL. Thoughts on clean keto versus dirty keto? So I think the more boring, aka clean, your ingredients, the easier weight loss will be in the short term, because, and I'm just talking about weight loss here. If you want to live the healthiest lifestyle possible, first you could start out by cutting out all the sugar and processed junk from your diet. Even if you're eating some keto junk, you're still way healthier than someone who's eating the standard American diet. So that takes you from like the bottom 10% of health to like the top 80% of health. Literally just by cutting out processed grains and sugar and like prepackaged things that are just literally have no protein, have no vitamins, just all sugar. If you cut that stuff out, you're now in and you're getting 30 grams of protein at each meal, you're now in like the top 80% of health. So that is the biggest step you could take. And then you could take it a step further, and maybe be in the top 90% of health, where you like don't eat anything that's processed and all you're eating is whole foods and you're doing clean keto. And that also makes weight loss easier, because if you have to make your own food, if you can't buy keto, it sounds like Sophia got into some trouble. But if you now, I forget what I was talking about. Okay, so yeah, I lost it. I got distracted because Anna yelled up there. I don't know what just happened. Sophia probably did something bad. Anna wasn't yelling at Sophia. I think she was just yelling in frustration at herself. How do you get 30 grams of protein with each meal? It's very easy. Maybe just 6 eggs for breakfast. So maybe someone eats a bagel for breakfast with 2 eggs. Stop eating the bagel and eat an extra 4 eggs. It's the same calories. It's actually probably less calories, but you're getting enough protein to make you feel full and satiated throughout the day. Oh, so I was talking about, now I remember. So eating less ingredients and eating boring foods is great for your overall health, but it's also great for weight loss, because it's just harder to overeat that stuff. Like, when I make this recipe and I'm using this Parmesan, it's actually easier to just dump a ton of Parmesan on the plate and bread them super heavy compared to if I'm grating my own Parmesan, you know? And then if I eat keto desserts where I'm like, I just buy keto cookies at the store, those things are good in moderation, but if you don't have self-control, those things are gonna make weight loss pretty hard. So the person who's doing clean keto and their dessert is like 6 strawberries, obviously the person who's eating 6 strawberries, which is like no calories, compared to the person who's eating a whole box of keto cookies, which is like 1,000 calories, you're gonna have more weight loss. Oh no, they kind of burned. Some of them are kind of burned, but not all of them. Alright, we need a pair of thongs. See, you can see the bottom and then the other side. So if you spray your thing, it might not stick, but it usually sticks for me, regardless of whether I spray it or not. Some of these are like super crisp. And the dark, like burnt looking ones are actually gonna be the most crispy. That's the thing with cheese. Whenever you bake cheese, I actually prefer it when it's kind of burnt. Oh, this one looks nice. All right, we are just going to quickly take a picture of these. Here's one that stuck really bad. Alright, that one I just took a bite of. I have some thoughts on whether it's like as good as the pork rind crusted ones. But that one was like a strapped one that kind of stuck. So I'll try one that's like more crispy and I'll give my full opinion. But first I'm going to take a picture. Oh no, my camera is full. Here. I have to delete some pictures. Alright, whatever, that picture is fine. This isn't gonna be a very pretty picture, but it's okay. And what do I usually dip with at... So at Chick-fil-A, my favorite dipping sauce is buffalo sauce mixed with ranch. I don't have any buffalo sauce. But I do have some ranch from the other day I need to get rid of, so. Uh-oh. And I have some sugar-free barbecue. I think combining them would be super bussin'. Alright, so without the ranch. They're good without the ranch, but with the ranch, oh my god. So good. All right, so I have sweet chili sauce. I have the sugar-free one. Melted butter and lemon. That sounds fancy but delicious. All right, so here are my official thoughts on if these taste as good as the pork rind ones. They're not as good as the pork rind ones. The Parmesan is not as, I guess, fatty as the pork rinds, so, or maybe you're just not getting enough of them sticking to the nuggets to really soak that grease into the nuggets. So when you do this with pork rinds, all of the grease from the pork rinds absorbs into the chicken, and they're super, super juicy. When you do it with Parmesan, they're not as juicy. So it might be better to, instead of using egg wash, to coat them in like olive oil or something. So that's just my thoughts on these. But overall, they're still really good. When do you come on live? So right now I'm usually on around 5:45 Central Time. So what is that? 6:45 Eastern Time. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I think Anna needs my help upstairs. So I'll be back. These are in my book with the pork rinds, which, like I said, I think are better. But I'll be posting reels this weekend, and then I'll be back on live Sunday. So I'll see you guys Sunday night. Have a blessed rest of your day, and have a good weekend.